Janam Divas Puja or Vohrwhod Preypun. Janam Divas or Janam Din in Kashmiri is called Vohrwhod and Puja is called Preypun. This is a simplified version of Janam Din or Vohrwhod Puja for Kashmiri Pandits diaspora who do not have the services of a priest available locally. On this occasion, the object of worship is Mauli. Mauli is called Narvan in Kashmiri and in Sanskrit is called Raksha Sutra. A long band of Mauli is selected in which 8 knots are made, representing 7 Vedic rishis and the supreme being called Brahma. This Raksha Sutra is offered worship as to Lord Vishnu. At the close of puja, this Raksha Sutra or Narvan is worn on the wrist by the person whose birthday puja is being performed. If the person is a male, then the Raksha Sutra is worn on his right wrist, and if the person is a married female, then on her left wrist. Raksha Sutra or Narvan without knots is also tied to all family members. Married ladies whose husbands are celebrating their birthdays wear new clothes and athur. In many cases, she may sit by the side of her husband while puja is going on. Tahar or yellow rice is offered as prasad or naivedya. In Kashmir, the tahar or this prasad used to be distributed among all neighbors to receive their blessings. Preparations for puja or prepun. Materials. First, spread a clean cloth sheet on the floor where puja is to be performed. The sheet should be placed in the north-south direction so that the performer can sit facing east. One can use a table and a chair if sitting on the floor is not convenient. Keep zang ready. Put idols or photos of Ganesha and Vishnu with faces towards the performer. Light up Ratandeep and Agarbati or Doop. We need 2 large bowls, one for Abhishek, that is consecration, and other empty for storage of nirmal or water used in the puja. A cup, if possible of copper, filled with water, in which is placed darba or a flower for use in the kriya or puja. This is called pranita patra, and the water that will be used in this puja will flow from this pot. We need 1 thali or a plate on the blanket for use during this puja. If shivling is available, keep it in the thali or else put a cup with bottom up on the top of which mauli will be placed during puja for worship. Now put some wet rice called arghya along with flower petals in a plate. Keep saffron or sindoor tika ready for use in tika kachlu. Tika kachlu is a pot, small pot, in which tika or sindoor is put. Mauli or narvan to fit birthday person's wrist. It should be long enough with 8 knots tied in it. Also prepare more mauli threads for other attendees who are present at the puja time. Small quantity of milk, curd, ghee, honey and loose flower petals. We call flower petals pushp, and sesame, that is black til. Pavitra or kusha and copper, silver or gold ring, any of these options can be used. Keep tahar or yellow cooked rice ready which is offered as prasad or naivedya. The performer, after taking a bath, wears new clothes and sits facing east for performance of the puja. The priest sits on the right side of the performer. A yagnopavit, if possible new one, is worn before starting the puja. It must be washed along with the recitation of Gayatri Mantra. Hold yagnopavit in thumbs of both hands and wash it in the palms of both hands by rubbing it along with the recitation of Gayatri Mantra 3 times. Om Bhurvhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurvhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhurvhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. After washing yagnopavit, it should be worn back, first in the right arm and then in the neck, along with the recitation of the following mantra. Yajnopavitam paramam pavitram prajapateyati sahajam purastat ayushamagram pratimanchu shubram yajnopavitam balamastu tejah. Females and uninitiated who do not have a jenu should hold water with few flower petals in the right hand palm and recite mantra, and afterwards sprinkle a little water over their body. Zangyun, during wearing of yagnopavit, is for praying for good health and prosperity of the person. Zang literally means leg in Kashmiri. It is a term used for good omen in Kashmiri worship. After all, it is the legs which enable movement of the body. All auspicious pujas start with this ritual at the beginning. A small quantity of uncooked rice is placed in a bowl or thali or a plate. On top of it, a small quantity of salt kept in a folded paper or container, some flowers and a coin is placed. The bowl is held in hand, usually by a young girl or somebody who touches the thali briefly to the right shoulder of the performer 3 times with the recitation of Swasti Bhava. Swasti Bhava means be healthy and happy. And also with the traditional Kashmiri recitation like I, Bat, Lasiv, Basiv. That means I means long life, Bat means rice, that implies food in plenty, Lasiv means good health, Basiv means prosperity. It's to be applied when puja starts. This is called Zang. The contents of Zang are to be given to priest or, in the absence of the priest, given at the temple or offered to the birds. Pavitr. Put the pavitr on the 3rd finger of the right hand. 3rd finger of the right hand is called Anamika. 3rd finger of the right hand of the person performing the puja. The pavitr is to be put on 3rd finger of the right hand of the person performing puja. Om
विश्वानि देवा सवितुर्दुरितानि परासुव यद् भद्रं तन्न आसुवा। ॐ हिरण्यगर्भाः संवरत्ताग्रभूतस्य जाता पतिरेक आसीत् सादादार पृथिवीं दयाम् उतेमां कस्मै देवाय हविषा विदेम। ॐ य आत्मधा बलदा यस्य विव उपासते प्रशिशहं यस्य देवा यस्य च छाया अमृतं यस्य मृत्युः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विदेम। ॐ य प्राणते निमिषतो महितवेक इदं राजा जगतो बभूव य ईश अस्य द्विपदश्च चतुष्पदः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विदेम। ॐ भद्रं पश्येम प्रचरेम भद्रं भद्रं वेदेम शृणुयाम भद्रा तन्नो मित्रा वरुणः महामहन्तमः आदिति सिन्धु पृथ्वी उतध्यो। ॐ येन द्योर उग्र पृथ्वी च दृढा येन स्वः स्थितभितं येन नाकः यो अन्तरिक्ष रजसो विमानः कस्मै देवाय हविषा विदेम। ॐ प्रजापते नातौ देता नयनो विश्वा जातानि परिता बभूव यत्कामास्ते जुहुमास्तन्नो अस्तु वयं स्याम पतयोरयीनाम्। ॐ सान बन्धुर्जनिता सविदाता दामानि वेद भुवनानि विश्वा यत्रं देवा अमृतम् अंशनास तृतीयधामान् नैदैरयन्त। ओंकारो यस्य मूलं क्रमपदजठर च छन्दविस्तीर्णशाखा ऋकं पत्रं सम्पुष्पं युजिरुचितफलः स्यात् अथर्वः प्रतिष्ठा।
Doop Deep Puja.
Achman is a purification act. Achman is symbolic purification act. A small quantity of water, say 1 to 2 ml, is sipped from right hand palm 3 times along with recitation of mantra. Om Sham No Devir Abhishtaye Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Sham Yor Abhisruvantu Naha. Om Sham No Devir Abhishtaye Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Sham Yor Abhisruvantu Naha. Om Sham No Devir Abhishtaye Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Sham Yor Abhisruvantu Naha. Prokshana means purifying body with consecrated water. It is a symbolic act of purification of body at the start of performance of karma by sprinkling water on body by the water from Pranit Patra along with the recitation of the mantra तीर्थस्नेन तीर्थम एव समानां भवति मानः शंसोर आरुषो धूर्ते प्रांग्य मतर्से रक्षाणो ब्रह्मणस्पते. Sankalpa means resolution for performing karma. Sankalpa is a resolution to do some auspicious karma as laid down in the scriptures. It is recited verbally at the start of the performance of a karma using following nomenclature. Om Tat Sat Brahma Aditavat Tithyo Adi, state name of the lunar month. Mase, state Shukla or Krishna Paksha. State Pratipada to Amavasya or Purnima. Tithyo, state day of the week. Vare, state time Prata or Sayam Kali. State your Gotra. If it is not known, use word Amuk. Gotre, state your name अहम जन्म दिवस पूजा करम करष्ये। ओम तत्सत ब्रह्म अधे तावत तिथे अधे मासे then pakshe, then tithyo, then vare, then kale, then gotre, then aham janm divas karam karshye. Examples and hints. A typical sankalpa of any puja performed by a person whose name is, for example, Shamlal, and gotra is Dattatreya Kula, and month is Magh, Pakshi is Shukla, date that is Tithyo is Ashtami, day is Monday that is Somvar, time of performance is Prata that is morning. It would be recited under this nomenclature as Om Tat Sat Brahma Adi Tavat Tithyo Adi Shubh Magh Mase Shukla Pakshe Ashtimyam Tithyam Somvasraya Prata Kale Aham Shamlale Dattatreya Kule Janam Divas Puja Karam Karshye. Here are some additional hints or patterns. Shubh means auspicious. In the recitation of the date Yam to the date, for example, Ashtami, as pronounce Ashtami as Ashtimiyam. Similarly, Chaturthi as Chaturthiyam. Replace word R with words ASRAY, Asre, for the day of the week. For example, Somvar as Somvasre, Ravivar as Ravivasre, so on. EY to name of the person. For example, Shamlal as Shamlale, Govind as Govinde, Rajesh as Rajeshe. Asan Shodhan, that's cleaning the seat. This is an act of symbolically cleaning the seat where the deity is placed. After cleaning the seat, a small quantity of water is placed in a cup with a darba or a flower. Water is then consecrated by recitation of Achman mantra 3 times as given above, and then the seat for worship is symbolically made pure by sprinkling water over it with the help of darba or flower. While sprinkling water near the place where the deity is kept, recite the mantra Om Prithve Tvaya Dhrita Loka Devi Tam Vishnunam Dhrita Tvam Chadharya Mam Devi Pavitram Kuruchasanam. Prithvi Pujan. While applying tilak, arghya and flowers to floor in front of deity, Prem Prithve Adhar Shakte Samalbannam Gandho Namaha Argo Namaha Pushpam Namaha. Akash Pujan, that's worship of the sky. While applying tilak, arghya and pushpa, pushpa means flowers, to sky symbolically by holding them, that means tilak, arghya and pushpa, in fingers and pointing towards the sky, recite the following mantra. Skandadhar Shakte Samalbannam Gandho Namaha Argo Namaha Pushpam Namaha. Ganesh Pujan, seeking blessings of Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha's blessings are sought for the smooth performance of the karma that is intended to be performed by applying tilak, arghya and flowers to Ganesha along with recitation of the mantras. Recite the following mantra. Om Shuklam Bhardaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayam Sarvigno Pashantaye. Guru Pujan, or seeking the blessings of the Guru. Trinity of gods, Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh, are the first gurus of an individual. If one worships his chosen human guru, living or dead, then he or she is worshipped as an agent of the Trinity of gods, who guides one in the right path to follow. While applying tilak, arghya and flowers to the Guru, recite the mantra. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parbrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha, Param Gurve Namaha, Paramacharya Namaha, Adi Siddhibhyo Namaha. Bhu Shuddhi, keeping away evil spirits. Evil spirits are kept away by throwing black til seeds. Black til seeds means black sesame seeds around all directions while reciting following mantra. Til is held in the right hand fingertips and hands moved around the yajman and then put in the nirmal pot. Recite the mantra. Apsparantu te bhuta ye bhuta bhuvi sanstita ye bhuta vignikartaraste gachantu shivagnya. Pranayama or rhythmic breathing. Anulepan. Tilak is a paste made by rubbing chandan and saffron on a stone. This involves applying tilak along with arghya. First, applying tilak to self. Atmane Narayanaye Adar Shakte Samalbannam Gandho Namaha Argyo Namaha Pushpam Namaha. Now, applying tilak to others. Jiva Tvam Sharda Shatam. While applying tilak, arghya and flowers, Ratandeep. So prakashah mahadipah sarvastitimraprah prasida mam govindam deepoyam parikalpatah. Applying tilak to Surya and other deities. Dip second finger of the right hand in the tika kachlu, and then while pointing the finger towards the sky, Namo Dharma Nidanaya Nama Saukrit Sakshine Namaha Pratikshidevaya Sri Bhaskaraya Namo Namaha Argyo Namaha Pushpam Namaha Gandho Namaha. Doop Deep Sankalpa Siddhi Prarthana. Water from Pranipatra with darba and flowers and arghya is poured on the right hand fingers held over nirmal bowl. Atmane Narayanaya Adar Shakte Deep Doop Sankalpat Siddhir Astu Deepa Namaha Dhupo Namaha. Pradhan Bhaga or main part of the puja. In this puja we invoke 7 immortal rishis, collectively addressed as Sapt Janmotsav Devtabhya, or individually as Ashwathamne Baliye Vyasaye Hanumante Kripacharyaye Markandaye Parshuramaye. Avahan, that is welcoming these 7 immortal rishis. Hold some flower petals in cupped both hands together as an act of welcome and avahan. And at the end of the avahan, put flowers in front of the deity. Recite the mantra. Avahaya Sapt Janmotsav Devtabhyah Bhaktanugrahkaraka Asmat Dayanurodena Sannidhanam Kuru Prabhu. Pran Pratishtha, bringing rishis to life during the puja. It has two acts: consecration of water. Pour water in the Pranit Patra 3 times with the recitation of mantra Om Sham No Devir Abhishtaye Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Sham Yor Abhisvantu Naha Om Sham No Devir Abhishtaye Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Sham Yor Abhisvantu Naha Om Sham No Devir Abhishtaye Apo Bhavantu Pitaye Sham Yor Abhisvantu Naha. Sprinkle water from Pranit Patra over Mauli with the recitation of the mantra Ashvino Pranastau Te Prana Datam Ten Jiva. Again sprinkle water on the Mauli and recite the mantra Mitra Varunayo Pranaste Te Prana Datam Ten Jiva. Again sprinkle water on the Mauli or Nairvan and recite the mantra Brahaspate Pranastau Te Prana Datam Ten Jiva. This is requires to Vedic deities Ashwani, Mitra, Varuna and Brahaspati to bring idols to life. Now recite the mantra Sapt Janmotsav Devta Bhya Jiva Dana Kar Parikalpiyame Namaha. Padyo means washing feet of the deity. Washing feet of the deity is one of the symbolic acts of puja. Put water in the Pranit Patra along with flour or darba. If sacred water from Ganga or any sacred place is available, add a little quantity of it. Pour this on the Mauli with the recitation of the mantra Ganga Adya Sarvatirtha Bhya Anitama Toyam Uttamam Sapta Janmotsav Devta Bhya Padartham Samprada Sayame Grahantu Om Padayo Padyam Samarpayame. Argham means washing the face and hands of the deity. Pour out all the contents from Pranit Patra except darba and flour. Pour fresh water into it along with milk, curd, rice and flower petals. Pour this water on the Mauli and recite the mantra Gandha Pushpam Akshater Yuktam Argyam Sampaditam Maya Grahantau Argyam Prasannasya Cha Bhavantu Me Sarvada Sapt Janmotsav Devtabhyah Argyam Samarpyame Namaha. Dev Achman. Dev Achman is purification acts for the deity. This is an act of pouring pure water over deity to purify it of any sticking materials used in oblations. Add a little camphor if available to water. This type of achman is performed almost after every oblations. Sometimes scents are added to water as an aroma. Pour this water over Mauli with the recitation of the mantra Karpuren Sugandena Vasitam Swada Shitalam Toyam Achmini Yatha Grahantu Saptajanmotsav Devtabhyah. Devasnana or Abhishekha, that is bathing of deities and rishis. Empty the contents of Pranit Patra as stated above and pour fresh water in it along with milk, curd, rice, ghee and honey. While pouring this water over Mauli, recite Ashwathamne Balaye Vasaye Hanumante Kripacharyaye Markandaye Parsho Ramaye Sapta Chiranjivabhya Snana Samarpyame Namaha. Asan Pratishtha, placing the deity at the designated place after the bath. After bathing, the rishis are to be placed on a nicely decorated seat. Put some flower petals in a plate with the recitation of the mantra Asanaye Namaha Padmasanaye Namaha Jnana Asanaye Namaha. I bow to the seat of the deity which is like a lotus and full of wisdom. Now remove Mauli from where it received bath, dry out sticking water from Mauli, and then place it over flower seat to receive worship. While doing so, recite Sapta Janmotsav Devatabhyo Mangalam Kuru. Dev Anulepana, that is smearing deities with tilak, while applying tika to the 7 knots individually in the Mauli, recite the following mantra. Sapta Janmotsav Devatabhyah Divgandopa Shobhitam. Vastagrahan. Vastagrahan means putting clothes on the deity. The rishis are given new clothes symbolically by offering flower petals to the Mauli. Recite while offering the petals the mantra. Sapta Janmotsav Devtabhyah Vastram Samarpyame Namaha. Arti and Chamar, that is recitation of bhajans and stotras, etc. Preypun or Bhog, that is offering food to devas. Preypun is a Bhog which is usually part of Pradhan Bhaga or the main part of the puja. In Kashmiri tradition, it has a long recitation. The recitation of mantras is names of various deities such as Lord Ganesha, Vishnu, Shiv, Durga, Kumar and Surya. The performer touches the pot or thali in which offering of bhog has been put. Others present touch him and recite Om Amriteshu Mudraya Amrit Kritya Amritam Astu Amritayatam Naivedam Vinakaya Ekadantaya Krishna Pingalaya Gajananaya Lambodaraya Bhalachandraya Hirembhaya Akhurthaya Vigneshaya Vignabakshaya Vallabha Sahitaya Shri Mahaganeshaya Bhagavate Vasudevaya Shankrishnaya Pradyumnaya Anuruddhaya Satyaya Purushaya Achyutaya Madhivaya Govindaya Sahasranamane Vishnave Lakshmi Sahitaya Narayanaya Bhavai Devai Sharvai Devai Rudrai Devai Pashupate Devai Ugrai Devai Bhimai Devai Mahadevai Ishanai Devai Uma Parvati Sahitaya Parameshwaraya Kalim Kam Kumaraya Shanmukhaya Mayurvahanaya Senadipatiye Bhagavate Amaya Kamaye Charvange Tankadarine Taraye Parvate Yakshine Shri Sharika Bhagavate Shri Sharada Bhagavate Shri Maharagnya Bhagavate Shri Jwala Bhagavate Shri Vrida Bhagavate Vaikhuri Bhagavate Vitasta Bhagavate Ganga Bhagavate Yamuna Bhagavate Kalika Bhagavate Siddhalakshmi Mahalakshmi Mahatripur Sundare Sahasranamane Devye Bhavane Abhankari Devye Khemakari Bhagavate Sarvashatru Ghatanye Utpanam Amritam Divyam Prak Kiro Dadi Manthanat Anam Amritarupena Samasta Devatabhyah Naivedyam Prati Grahayatam. Now comes the Uttara Bhaga of the puja. Uttara Bhaga means the concluding part of the puja. First is parikrama, going round the deity. After puja is over, one goes round the deity or rishis in a clockwise direction called parikrama. However, in situations where it is not possible to go round the deity, a mental movement is done. The following shloka is recited along with offering of flowers. Yani kani cha papani janmantara kritani cha tani sarvani nashiyantu pradikshanam pade pade. Kshama yachna or prayaschata, that's atonement. This is an act of atonement for the errors committed in the ritual. A few shlokas are recited while bowing down head and keeping both hands in namaskar position. Mantrihinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janardana yat pujitam maya deva paripurna tadastu me. Pitra Tarpan. As per Vedic thought, a man is born with three debts. The debts are called rin in Sanskrit. The three debts are those of devas, rishis, and pitras. That's ancestors. Pitra Yajna or Tarpan is one of the means of repaying that debt of ancestors. Pitra Tarpan is an act of offering water oblations to dead ancestors with darba to purify water, and some black til or sesame seeds which are dear to ancestors. 3 ancestor generations are offered tarpan. The tarpan is always preceded by a sankalpa, the same way as for Doop Deep Puja. Facing south, Yagnopavit in Upasvina, that is through left arm position, women should keep their hair lock on the left shoulder, left knee touching ground, right knee up, pavitra removed from anamika finger. One should hold tight 2 pieces of darba bent in the middle of or flower petals by thumb and side of palm. With a small quantity of black til or black sesame seeds in the right hand palm, pour water from the pot held by the left hand over the sesame seeds or til and let it go through the thumb in the nirmal pot and recite following words. Samastamatra pitribhyo triptiyam idam tilokadam tebhyo savadha tebhyo savadha tebhyo savadha. Now are the concluding acts. Tie consecrated mauli on the right hand wrist of the puja person and on the left wrist for married ladies. Offer prasad to puja person and offer prasad to others. This is the end of the Janam Utsav Vohrwhod Puja. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschid Dukbhag Bhavet. Om Sahno Avatu Sahno Bhunaktu Sahviryam Kurvavahe Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.